It's the kind of story that takes over the internet in seconds, the kind that makes fans gasp, replay, and question if what they just saw was real. Before we dive into the full details of Dylan Wang's emotional and unexpected message to Shen, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of the latest news and heart-stopping updates about your favorite stars, especially Dylan Wang and Shen. The entertainment world stood still when Dylan Wang decided to break his silence in a way that no one saw coming. The actor, known for his calm, charismatic presence and intense privacy when it comes to his personal life, took to social media and released a message that has now become one of the most talked about moments of the year. Fans around the world were left in complete disbelief, not just by what he said, but by the raw emotion behind every word. It all started late one evening, when Dylan's fans noticed a sudden update on his official account. There it was, a video message, unannounced, with a caption that simply read, "To Shen." Within seconds, notifications flooded fan timelines. Was this a prank? A teaser? A publicity stunt? But as soon as the video began playing, it became clear that this was something deeply personal, something real. The camera showed Dylan sitting in a quiet room, dressed simply in a plain white shirt. There was no fancy setup, no background music, no studio lighting, just Dylan and his voice. He took a deep breath before speaking, and his first words were enough to send chills down everyone's spine. "This message is from my heart," he began softly, his tone steady but emotional. The internet exploded immediately. Comments began pouring in as fans realized what was happening. This wasn't a performance. This wasn't promotion. This was Dylan Wang, the international superstar, speaking directly from his heart to Shen, his longtime partner, co-star, and the woman who has been at the center of countless fan discussions and love stories over the years. Dylan continued, "It's been a long journey, from the day we met on set to everything we've gone through, both on and off camera. There are things I've never said publicly, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't know how to express them in words. But tonight, I just want to say, thank you." Those words alone sent fans into a frenzy. Thank you? What did he mean? Was this a love confession? A farewell? A new beginning? The ambiguity only made the video even more powerful. He paused for a moment, his eyes lowering, clearly fighting back tears. "People think they know everything about us," he continued, "but they don't know the quiet moments, the laughter, the struggles, the times we had to hold each other up when the world was too heavy." His voice broke slightly as he smiled faintly. "Shen, you've always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself." Fans immediately began connecting the dots. The two stars, who first won hearts around the world with their unforgettable chemistry in Meteor Garden, had been linked romantically for years. Despite both keeping their relationship largely private, small moments, a glance, a shared smile, a matching accessory, had always sent fans into a spiral of speculation and excitement. But never had Dylan spoken this openly before. In the video, he continued, "You once told me that real connection isn't about the spotlight, it's about being there when no one's watching. I finally understand what you meant." He looked directly into the camera then, his eyes glassy but firm. "I'm proud of you, of the person you've become, and of everything we've built together, even when the world didn't understand it." The internet couldn't handle it. Twitter, Weibo, TikTok, every platform was suddenly filled with clips of Dylan's message, reactions from crying fans, and endless theories about what the message truly meant. Was this his way of confirming their relationship once and for all? Or was this a goodbye message disguised as gratitude? One fan wrote, "I'm crying. You can feel the love in every word. He's not just thanking her, he's speaking to her soul." Another fan commented, "This is the closure we never expected. He finally said what we all knew, she's the one." But then came the line that changed everything. Dylan's expression softened even more as he whispered, "You were my peace when everything felt like chaos. And even now, when the world keeps changing, you're still the calm I come home to." That sentence hit fans like a tidal wave. Many paused the video right there, they couldn't believe what they were hearing. "You're the calm I come home to?" It was the kind of line that sounded like it belonged in a romantic movie, not real life. But this was Dylan, and his emotion was raw and undeniable. Some fans screamed. Others posted reaction videos. Within hours, hashtags like #DylanMessage to Shinue, #YourMyCom, and #DylanConfession were trending worldwide. Fan-made edits of the message began flooding YouTube and TikTok, paired with emotional background music, slow-motion effects, and subtitles translating every tearful word. What made the video even more unforgettable was its ending. Days later, Dylan made a brief appearance at a fan event, and of course, everyone was waiting for him to mention the message. At first, he tried to keep things lighthearted, joking with fans and thanking them for their support. But as one fan shouted, "We saw your message to Shinyu," the crowd erupted in cheers. Dylan smiled shyly, looked down for a moment, and said softly into the mic, "Some things don't need explaining. You just feel them." The arena went silent for a split second before bursting into thunderous applause. That single line became yet another viral quote, "Some things don't need explaining. You just feel them." It perfectly captured the essence of his relationship with Shinyu, unspoken yet undeniable. Even Shinyu's co-stars began subtly showing support online. One of them liked Dylan's video post, another commented with a simple heart emoji. And as expected, fans noticed every tiny detail, turning them into emotional threads filled with crying emojis and heartwarming edits. By the end of that week, Dylan's video had broken records for the most viewed celebrity message in under 24 hours. It had been translated into multiple languages, discussed on forums, and shared across continents. People who didn't even follow Chinese entertainment were talking about it, proof that real emotion transcends borders. What made this entire moment even more powerful was its simplicity. No fancy music, no scripted dialogue, just Dylan speaking his truth. In a world full of staged public relations moments, this felt raw, human, and deeply real. Fans said it reminded them why they fell in love with him in the first place, not just because of his talent or looks, but because of his sincerity. Weeks later, Dylan posted again, a black and white photo of a handwritten note. It simply said, "Sometimes, the loudest love is the quietest one." He didn't tag anyone. He didn't write a caption. But everyone knew exactly who it was for. And that, perhaps, was the most shocking and beautiful part of all. Dylan Wang, the man who had spent years avoiding the noise of public speculation, had chosen to express his feelings not through rumors or interviews, but through genuine, heartfelt emotion. It wasn't a publicity stunt, it was love, in its purest form. Fans continue to talk about that message even now, calling it one of the most emotional moments in celebrity history. It reminded everyone that behind the fame and flashing cameras, there are real people, real feelings, and real connections that can touch millions. And as for Dylan and Shinyu, their silence since that night has only made the story even more powerful. Because sometimes, love doesn't need to shout, it just needs to be felt. Whatever the future holds for them, one thing is certain, that single heartfelt message will forever be remembered as the moment Dylan Wang let the world see his heart, and the world, in turn, fell in love all over again.